So, what actually makes an electric car worth buying in 2026? Range? Price? Brand name? Honestly, it's all three. And right now, this segment is more competitive than it has ever been. Today, we are breaking down the top 5 electric cars of 2026. And trust me, you will want to stick around. Because the car at number 1? Up to 357 miles of range, and it still outsells everything else in this segment combined. We will get there. Let's start the countdown. Kicking things off at number 5 is Toyota BZ4X, or as Toyota now officially calls it in the US, simply the BZ, Beyond Zero. And with the 2026 refresh, they have come much closer to catching that promise than anyone expected. The powertrain is where this car surprised people most. All-wheel drive gets you 2 electric motors, a combined 338 horsepower, and DC fast charging from 10 to 80% in just 28 minutes. Range hits up to 314 miles on a full charge, nearly 40 miles better than before. And Toyota is backing all of it with something almost unheard of in the EV space, a battery warranty covering up to 1 million kilometers, or 10 years, guaranteeing at least 70% of original capacity. That is serious confidence in the product. On the outside, the drag coefficient dropped from 0.29 to 0.27, the front fascia is sharper and more aggressive, and the suspension was specifically reworked to make this the quietest BZ4X ever built. Inside, a 14-inch touchscreen is now standard. Paired with the new Digital Island Center console, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, dual wireless charging pads up front, and up to 1,500 liters of cargo space with the seats folded. The all-wheel drive model also gets a towing capacity of 1,500 kilograms for the first time ever on this car. The Toyota BZ4X at number 5, reliable, refined, and in 2026, genuinely competitive. That is the number 5 car. Real-world range over 300 miles, a 1,000,000-kilometer battery warranty, and 338 horsepower in all-wheel drive. If this is how we are starting the countdown, imagine what is sitting at number 1. There is a car on this list that outsells everything else in this segment combined. Number 4. The 2026 Ford Mustang Mach-E, an electric SUV wearing the most iconic muscle car name in American history. The exterior alone turns heads. Aggressive front fascia, signature tri-bar LED headlights, muscular hood sculpting, and the rear haunch design that mimics the original Mustang fastback. For 2026, Ford added the California Special variant, a direct nod to the legendary 1968 Mustang GT-CS, along with fresh colors and a cleaner overall look. It is unmistakably a Mustang, just without the fuel bill. Inside, a 15.5-inch touchscreen dominates the dash with wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and 3 drive modes: Whisper, Engage, and Unbridle. Each one genuinely changes how the car feels. Total cargo with rear seats folded reaches 59.7 cubic feet, plus a drainable frunk up front. This is a real family car with serious character. Base trim delivers 264 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds. But the GT? 480 horsepower, 700 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds with Brembo front brakes. Top range is 320 miles on a single charge. The Mustang Mach-E at number 4, real muscle car energy in a fully electric package. And look, under $36,000 with real Mustang DNA? That is a solid deal. But the fact that it only lands at number 4 tells you exactly how good the top 3 get. Coming up, a brand new SUV doing 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds with over 300 miles of range. And then the number 1 spot. You are not ready. Let us keep going. Number 3, the Kia EV6. And if you told someone 10 years ago that Kia would build a car that gives enthusiasts actual goosebumps, they would have laughed. Nobody is laughing now. Step inside and what greets you is a dual 12.3-inch curved panoramic display, wrapping around the driver in one continuous arc. Zero-gravity, ergonomic seats designed to reduce pressure on long drives. Fingerprint authentication that powers the electronics without a key. And an 800-volt fast charging system that goes from 10 to 80% in under 18 minutes using a 350-kilowatt charger. That last detail alone separates the EV6 from almost everything else in this price range. The 2026 exterior facelift brought sharper angular LED headlights and a completely redesigned front fascia. The GT-specific 21-inch wheels with neon green Brembo calipers peeking through the spokes make this car stop traffic before it is even moving. Range on the long-range single motor hits 319 miles. Dual-motor all-wheel drive pushes 320 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. And the EV6 GT? 641 horsepower, 568 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 62 in 3.5 seconds, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires from the factory, and a drift mode, a factory drift mode, in a Kia, all backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile battery warranty. The Kia EV6 at number 3. Elegant, technical, and if you want it to be, completely unhinged. Number 2 is the newest car on this list, and the most anticipated, the 2026 Rivian R2. The design is unmistakably Rivian. Same rugged, upright stance as the R1S, scaled down to a more accessible footprint, up to 9.6 inches of ground clearance. The full-width horizontal LED light bar up front, prominent tow hooks in the lower bumper, and a flat roofline all the way to the rear. Around back, the same light bar returns. The rear quarter windows pop out. Under the hood, the Launch Edition runs a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, producing 656 horsepower and 609 pound-feet of torque. Inside, 90.1 cubic feet of total enclosed storage from frunk to liftgate. 2 large tactile scroll wheels on the steering wheel. 11 cameras and 5 radars for hands-free highway driving. 3 interior colorways. And tucked into the driver's door, a built-in Rivian torch flashlight. A small detail, a very Rivian detail. The 2026 Rivian R2 at number 2. Born from adventure DNA, built with serious engineering discipline. And here we are. Number 1. The car that outsells every other electric vehicle in this segment combined. The 2026 Tesla Model Y. The Juniper refresh brought real exterior changes. Sharper front fascia borrowed from the Model 3, slimmer LED headlights, cleaner aerodynamics, and a more confident stance overall. The panoramic glass roof is standard across all models, and the build quality has genuinely tightened up from earlier generations. Inside, the 15.4-inch center touchscreen handles everything. Upgraded to 16 inches on the performance trim, with a new 8-inch rear entertainment screen added for backseat passengers. The performance model gets updated front seats with extendable thigh support, heating, and ventilation. Total cargo with rear seats folded hits 76 cubic feet, plus a front trunk for extra locked storage. Now the powertrain. Long-range all-wheel drive gives you 397 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, and up to 357 miles of range. That is one of the highest EPA range figures in the mainstream EV crossover class right now. The Model Y performance steps it up to 510 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, and 306 miles of range. And Tesla's Supercharger network delivers up to 250 kilowatts, adding 151 miles of range in just 15 minutes. No adapters, no guesswork. Plug in, charge, go. This is why the Model Y wins. Not because it is the most dramatic car on this list. It wins because it executes range, performance, technology, and charging reliability at a level of consistency nobody else in this segment has matched at this price point. $46,630, 357 miles, still the benchmark. These 5 cars are proof of how fast this industry is moving. Range anxiety is no longer the conversation. We are talking about 640 horsepower, 3-second sprint times, and 350 miles per charge at prices anyone can seriously consider. And there is a lot more coming. We will be covering more of these, deeper dives, comparisons, and cars that are not making headlines yet, but absolutely should be. If you want to be ahead of that conversation, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You will already know before everyone else starts talking. But do not go anywhere just yet. Click on the video showing on the screen right now. Let us see what this industry is hiding from us. And yeah, I will be there for you. Allah Nagaban.